Welcome to Mini Modernz. My name's Simone and thank you for joining me on my tiny corner on the miniature interweb where we're here to think big, build small. So let's get into it. We have now come to the final part of our beach and summer accessory series. I've been using my miniature prompt journal, which is a book that I created for beginners and experts so that you can have a place to keep a photo log of all of your work while also being prompted if you run out of ideas. So I draw up my ideas in my dollhouse note and sketchbook. Then I copy those into Canva to scale them down to size, and then I add them to the book, and then I do the same with the finished product, take a picture of it, scale it down to size, and then stick it into this book. And then I could always look back and see the progression, get some ideas if I need to move. It's so great. So we've been using this for our prompt, which was the beach bag. So now that I've finally finished making everything, I can go ahead and stick my original design into my book. So even though my prompt was the beach bag, I went ahead and made a whole host of things because that's where my brain took me. And I think that's what's so great about using a prompt. So in this series, we've made the beach towel, the beach ball, the bucket and spade, the ice cooler, the summer hats, and finally today we'll be working on our beach bag. But before we get into the video, as usual, I'd like to give a shout out to all of my Patreons. Hey, hi guys. And a massive shout out to Suki Tabor for being part of my mini structures. I appreciate you so much, boo. And if you guys want to be part of my Patreon as well, check out the link in the description. I've been improving it all the time. I'm trying to get better, so head over there. We do printables and there's different tiers, so go ahead and check that out. Also, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my Facebook group, Think Big, Build Small. It's a small private group, but we're really building up our connections and getting to know each other and sharing our work. And I'm really loving the vibe over there. So if you do want to hop in and be part of that community, head over to the Facebook group as well. So shout out to yourselves, guys. I'm making some lovely friends over there. So come on board and be part of the gang. But let's get on with today's video. So like with most of my projects, I start with a template. So I have a template for the bag. So I had the rough size of the bag and then I cut the template in pieces because it was just the best way for me to work it out. So I was going for one of those beach bags that has plastic at the top and fabric at the bottom. This plastic fabric is the type that you'd use anyway for a regular size beach bag. So we've got the plastic fabric. I've got my iron-on adhesive. It's used for sealing in embroidery normally, but it's perfect for fabric as well if you want to give it a firmer hold. I used this in my hat video too, so if you want to see that, go ahead and check that out. And when it comes to picking the fabric, you pick the fabric of your choice. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the technique using plastic fabric and regular fabric, but the template can work if it's just plain fabric that you want to do. You just basically don't cut off that bottom piece. So you're going to need your scissors, tweezers, pens, paper, knife, all of the usual things to get cracking. So first off, let me show you how to iron on your backing adhesive. So you take your fabric wrong side facing you, and then with your iron-on adhesive, it's got like a glossy side. That's the side that you want to iron onto the fabric. Okay, so if you see it here, I'm just going to press this down and literally just simply iron this onto the fabric so it just fuses together. Now, once the fabric is prepared, we can begin cutting up our pieces. I'm going to use my template, which is 60 by 65. And if you wanted to use just plain fabric without the plastic fabric, you just cut out your pieces and then we're just going to sew them around the sides and across the bottom. But in my case, we're going to be adding some fabric, plastic fabric, so I'm going to show you how we do that. The first thing I'm going to do is start by using the regular fabric and making the bottom of the bag, getting the pieces cut. So that's going to be 20 by 65. So I'm just going to use my template, put it so you can see, and then just cut this across. As I said, if you're just using the fabric, you don't need the template split in half. It will be 65 by 60 is the shape that you would need. And I have accounted for the seam allowance on these as well, because we will have to sew them. So then I go ahead and then just cut my strips. We're going to need 2 of these pieces because for each part of the bag, you need the front and the back. So you're going to need 2 pieces. And I'm also going to do the same with the plastic fabric. Just put my templates on it or just measure it at 40 by 65. Again, seam allowance included in this. I do like to hold it down with some masking tape. It just helps cutting it and it's not shifting all over the place. So you can just measure this up, or if you've got the template, which will be free for certain tiers on Patreon as well. So go ahead and check that out. If it's not there at the time of this video, it will be very, very soon. So you should have these 4 pieces for the main structure, the top of the bag and the base of the bag. Now we need to cut out some strips for the handle and the trimming of the bag. So for the handle, I'm going to cut out 2 strips, which are 10 millimeters by 70, and 2 strips, which are 10 millimeters by 65. I just like to cut them in one big block of 20 by 70 and then just halve it. And again, 20 by 65 and halve it. So you should have 8 pieces to start with, 2 base pieces, 2 top of the fabric, 2 for the strap and 2 for the trimming. I did cut out this extra piece if I wanted to put a pocket on there, but that's completely optional. But now I'm going to start with the strap and get that prepared. So what I do is use some tacky glue and then I'm going to fold the strap in half, but folding it so that it meets in the middle. So I'm just going to put my tacky glue all along the front and then just fold it so it meets at the halfway point and go all along, and then do that on both sides. Or if you wanted, you could use some hemming web, just cut a tiniest slither and then just iron that on both sides. Or if you wanted again, you could sew this. So it's completely up to you, but I just found tacky glue worked very well for this. So with one side done, I'm going to just fold the other so it meets part way, just like this. And for the main part of the bag, on the base fabric, I draw a 5 millimeter seam line and then clip that to the plastic fabric because we're going to sew along that seam line. And make sure to have the fabric wrong side facing you and do that to both of the pieces. So this is what preparation should look like. Use whatever clips you've got to hold it in place. And then our final pieces are the top trimming of the bag. So you're going to just line this up and then we're going to be folding this over the top edge of the bag and then sewing this down. I'll be using a sewing machine for this because the needles I have currently are not thick enough to go through the plastic fabric, but this is how our pieces should look. I just use the same mini pegs to hold this in place because it does get very finicky trying to sew this. I then take it to my sewing machine using some tweezers to help and then sew all of the pieces together along the seam lines. And along the top piece here is where you connect the handles. You connect one piece, loop it into a backwards C and then connect it to the other part of the bag. So you should have 2 pieces of this bag. And when we got our 2 pieces, we just sew them together in our color thread of choice. I went for the green to kind of match the greens in the bag. So you just go all the way around, sew that together and then get some scissors and trim off any excess material that you don't need because you don't want it too bulky and you also don't want it popping apart. So I've trimmed that down and now we're just going to reverse this inside out or the right way. And then we've got ourselves a bag. When I say I'm so happy how this turned out, guys, and the icing on the cake, we can finally put this into our prompt journal. Look, there we have it. We have a before, we have the after, we have all the information about what we've created. We can go back to this at any time and see our journey. Now let's take a look at the final results. Take a look for yourself. We have our beach bloody bag. That's right, guys. And remember, this bag is going to be part of a bundle that I've been making in this series. There's only going to be a limited availability on the whole bundle, and some items will be made individually for sale as well. So check out my Etsy store for that. And also don't forget to check out my Patreon for any printables. Join me over on Facebook, Think Big, Build Small, for our nice community vibe. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value from it. And stay tuned for the next one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Like, share, subscribe.